Hi everyone! So Ryan and I are going to start doing some additional videos that are kind of game related, kind of not, just more traditional vlogs on the channel. But it's going to be about stuff that we're interested in, so hopefully you guys are interested in it too. And one of the things that I'm going to start doing on a pretty regular basis is doing favorites videos. So I'll tell you about my favorite game, my favorite movie, stuff this month that I've really enjoyed, and maybe also you guys would be interested in it too. So let's get started. Boop. This month, my favorite book, I don't actually have a physical copy. I have one of the books in physical copy, but I can't find it. It's the Magician series by Lev Grossman. I just finished reading the third book at the very beginning of the month and really enjoyed it. It's kind of like Harry Potter, but in college, and there's a mix of Narnia and some other things in there as well. So it's a bit darker. They're definitely adult books. I also really like the way that magic is handled in the book. It kind of seems to function in like our world, but we don't really know about magic. And a lot of it has to do with learning the language as well as hand gestures. It relates a lot to how magic actually works in like D&D, where there's oftentimes a verbal element, you know, hand gestures as well as I'm forgetting the term for it now. I can't remember the term, and I'm sure you guys are going to tell me what the terms are down in comments below, but a physical element that the spell requires. My one complaint about the series is that the pacing is a little odd. You'll get several chapters that all happen over the course of like a couple weeks, and then it will kind of jump ahead a year or two. I enjoyed reading the book, and Sci-Fi is actually doing a series on it, so I'm looking forward to checking out the first episode and seeing if it lives up to how I've pictured it in my head. Boop. My favorite game this month is a game that we got for a friend of ours called Citadel. And in the game, you are trying to build your own citadel. You have building cards that cost a certain amount, and some of the building cards have special abilities. And the way the game is played is each round you go around and draw a character card, and the characters are things like the king, an assassin, thief, warlord, architect, and a bunch of others I can't remember. And each character has a different ability. Each round, there won't be every single character in play. What's interesting is some of the characters have PvP interactions, but instead of targeting a player, it targets the character. So you don't necessarily know which player it's going to be until it gets around to their turn. So it's really nice because our group of friends usually don't enjoy PvP games. We sometimes take it a little bit too personally, but this is nice because instead of targeting the player, you're targeting the character, so it's still a little random and it's a lot less personal. We've really enjoyed that. It also comes with a number of alternative characters and alternative buildings that you can mix in. So it works really well as a replay aspect where you can replay the game and you're not just playing the same exact game. It's going to be different, a little different every time. Boop, boop. My favorite fashion item is actually what I'm wearing right now. It's a Star Wars t-shirt, and it's long sleeve. I've actually gotten a number of compliments on the shirt. I wore it on a plane ride, and one of the customs person was like, "Oh, I like your shirt." It's a super comfortable shirt. The sleeves can also pull down long. As you can see, it's kind of a little worn looking, so it looks like an old worn shirt that you've had forever, even though it's new. So I picked this up right actually before we went and saw the new Star Wars movie, which I'll tell you about later. The other item I'm going to tell you about is dry shampoo. I've been using this. No, not product placement or anything, this just happens to be what I've been using. I picked some up before our trip because I figured, you know, 10 hours on a plane and then getting off and going and exploring the city, I might want to freshen up a little bit. And it has completely changed my hair routine, so I finally got on the dry shampoo bandwagon. So if anybody else is looking for something that, like, you know, you don't want to wash your hair every day because it's supposed to be not great to wash your hair every day, but you don't want to have greasy, gross hair, dry shampoo. It really works. Boop. Along with my shirt, my favorite movie this month is Star Wars. And yes, I know it came out in December, but it was so good, it's still my favorite this month. As of right now, Ryan has seen it 3 times and I've only seen it twice. but I could definitely see it a third time. I'm not gonna talk too much more about it, but I am super excited for the continuation of the Star Wars movies, and they did not let me down like they let so many people down with the prequels. It was so good. And the last thing is Hamilton. It's a really, really good musical. The music in it is great and amazing, and hopefully someday we will get to go see it. But that requires, 1, going up to New York, and 2, being lucky enough to either win the lottery or have enough money to afford tickets. So I think we might have to wait until that starts touring. But yes, if you have not listened to Hamilton, I highly suggest going and listening to it. I would suggest you start with My Shot if you are, just wanting to listen to one song. And the cabinet battle is amazing. My personal favorite song is Satisfied. It's such a good song. It's an emotional song without being like sad or sappy, but it's just, ooh. So that's it. That's my January favorites. If you guys have any book or movie or song or any kind of recommendations, let me know down in the comments. If you've listened to Hamilton or you've seen Star Wars, let me know what you thought about them down in the comments. Try and avoid spoilers, but let me know. If you like the favorites, let me know. We're trying new things, seeing what works, what doesn't. So, if you want to see more of these videos, definitely let us know, because that lets us kind of figure out what to make and what we enjoy as well as what you guys enjoy. So I'll see you soon. Bye!